Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Season 7, Episode 14, A Separate Piece. So we're just going to get on to it. Before we start, I just hope that everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. It was a good week, hectic at times, but it was a good week for me. Before I start the recap, I just want to know we will have all recaps this week, including a separate Married at First Sight recap. I don't know. I always be slacking with the Married at First Sight recaps. I will have one this week for sure. I will be doing The Last Resort this week, Married at First Sight, but there will be no recaps next week. I will be on vacation next week, so there will be no recaps next week for all three. I consider maybe I might do a B90 recap before I leave, but other than that, there will be no Last Resort recap for sure, and definitely no Married at First Sight, and maybe B90. So, but I just want to let y'all know we got recaps all this week, but next week probably none. So we're going to get on started with this recap. This episode centered around Lauren and Faith, Naz and Matilda, and Joe and Magda mostly. We'll start with Joe and Magda. So I ain't gonna lie, I fell asleep during their scenes. They are basically, last week we left off with Magda questioning him about who he was with during that time and stuff and everything. And, they woke up and they went to this place, there's this interesting historic place or whatever, and they said that you could also get married at this place. And Magda is really adamant about really rushing to marry Joe and to become a United States, but Joe's not on that level right now. So Magda is actually still also upset about that, and she gave him another chance to tell him what's going on and what happened with that girl. She's walking away forever. And, he, saying, there's not much else after what she already knows, basically. So, they go out, and I guess she got drunk and everything, and she had a hangover. So, the next day, he's making her breakfast, making her eggs and stuff. And then we go meet with her friends who has her dog. When Joe and Magda meets with the friends actually tell Joe that Magda did leave Poland to go to to another country for another guy, and Joe was actually shaken back because he's like she didn't know that he didn't know that. Yeah, because remember I said last week this was the first time Magda did this. She moved to Germany to be with the ex, and then of course that didn't work out, and then she had to come back to Poland. So right now they're both being shady towards each other. Joe is acting he's not taking a he just really wants to sleep with her and everything. They slept on the same bed finally, but they were not intimate. But he really wants to get some from her, and she knows that, and she's not putting out and everything. But, her intentions are starting to become a little bit questionable, in my opinion, because she's I feel like she's questioning him a lot on things, but I feel like she has a ulterior motive, in my opinion. So, like I said, I slept mostly through their scenes, so yeah, so that's about it. I'm just going to move on from them. Next couple I want to talk is Naz and Matilda. Whew. Now, last week things came to a big head when Naz went to go meet with Mr. Ark and everything. And, we left off with the scene when Matilda, flipping out on him, and Naz just stop, I need a minute. So they get back to the hotel. They're still upset. Naz kind of apologized for, some of this misleading information and everything. And Matilda says she's really not that mad. She's just frustrated and irritated with all that's going on, basically. So Niles did something kind of shocking that I'm kind of surprised he did. He said, with all these mistakes that we've made and everything, I decided, I'm going to marry you on this trip. Matilda's face lit up and everything. And she's like, I'm going to be married to the man that I love. And, now say, he loves her very much and there's nobody can compete with Matilda. Now, here's the thing. There's still like a bride price that he has to pay. And the thing is, Niles, once again, has not been truthful with some things. Mr. Ark is going to be representing him as his father during the knocking ceremony and the wedding. He called up Mr. Ark and told him we're getting married and everything. And so he wanted to know how much was the bride price and everything. Mr. Ark said he will handle that stuff. Cool. And they met with the family, and the families are happy that they are together, finally. That they're going to get married on this trip. They're like, praise God and everything. But, the bride price is still like about like $400 American. So Niles does tell Matilda, though, he may need Mr. Ark to do the entire thing because he done used up all his money, like on her dresses and the dinners and the ring and all that. Because Niles, apparently, before he went to Ghana, lost his job. Remember at the beginning of the season when we first met Niles, he was working at that place and, I'm here every day, another day here and all that. Well, we didn't know this until now. He done lost his damn job. And now Matilda's just like, bro, we're getting married in 2 days. Like, you lost your job, you're out of money. The only thing we have to do now, we have 2 days to figure this out. And, you're going to have to ask Mr. Ark to cover you for this. And I don't know if he is or not. So that's basically where we left off. But Matilda's not irritated. And I'm just like, why did Niles just, I don't, like I said, it's very rare when I pull the producer card, but it's just, I just don't understand, like, why Niles is waiting until now to say that. He should have been saying everything, like, from the beginning. I wouldn't say, like, right when they first meet and everything, but, like, just in the early stages of him arriving to Ghana, like, not wanting to get married on the trip, and then saying, oh, by the way, I lost my job before I came here. Like, I don't know what's, like, and I'm not blaming his autism on that and everything because, like I said, he's functioning pretty well, so certain things he should be able to talk and do. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion. So, yeah, that was Niles and Matilda. Next couple I want to talk is Tiger Lily and Adnan. It's been a while since we've seen them. They only had one scene in this episode. I guess they're going swimming and to a pool, and Tiger Lily is still all about the double standard and everything with him and everything. And Adnan gets her this swimsuit. It wasn't even like a real swimsuit. It's just like I don't know. It just wasn't comfortable for Tiger Lily. So she was like, could I please wear something else, like tan lines and everything? So she decides to put on a dress like that she would look like if she was going out somewhere to go swimming. So she puts on a dress and she goes swimming. When they get to the pool area, she's seeing girls in their bikinis and, guys with their shirts off and everything. And she just told Adnan, like, what the heck? Like, I'm looking around, everybody's normal here. And, Adnan, I'm trying to compromise, and everything. And, she keeps saying, I'm trying to abide by the rules and everything and whatnot and everything. He just keeps on saying that, like, when you marry a Muslim man, this is what you get and everything. And I'm not going to spend too much time with that. It's just annoying. It kind of reminded me of that Nicole Mahout scene when they were in Egypt and he got her that swimsuit and she just looked miserable with that. That's what this was. At least, and I'm surprised that Adnan allowed Tiger Lily to wear that dress in the pool because she was showing arms and some legs and stuff. And, someone asked me, well, who's worse, Mahood or Adnan? And, it's tough. Right now, I'm just gonna have to say Mahmoud. Just based on like what's going on and stuff and everything. By a hair because they're not much different, but it's just ridiculous. So yeah, that was Tiger Lily, not none. Next couple I want to talk is Vanya. So we didn't see Bojo, but we seen Vanya. So as we know, Vanya and Bojo broke up last week. He friend zoned her and everything. So Vanya is gonna enjoy Croatia in the last couple weeks that she has left. We seen her get on video call with her cousin and telling her what happened with Bojo and everything. And the cousin just told her, just like, enjoy the rest of your time. She's like, I want to come back home. She's like, no, just enjoy the rest of your time in Croatia, basically. So, Vanya goes sightseeing by herself. She goes to this park and everything with some waterfalls and everything. She said, like, her and Bojo were supposed to do that together, but, she still had to do what she had to do. And then, like, we seen Vanya go, like, to this restaurant. She ordered some hot chocolate. Now, this is where this was produced, I feel like. Some random dude comes up to her and said, hey, pretty lady, you're here by yourself. I want to sit and talk with you. And she's like, okay. And she didn't get weird. And the fact that she didn't get weirded out by him at first coming to that, it told me that was produced. Because if some random person came up to me like that, like started flirting with me like that, I would just like, hi, nice to meet you. And then they had like a little conversation. The guy said that he was from Switzerland. And, and they started chatting and said, like, what you doing here? And she was like, I'm here, supposed to see my boyfriend, but he done friend zoned me the moment I got here. And the guy was like, oh, that's too bad and everything. And he was like, yo, you should enjoy the rest of your time here or whatever. You could go on dates, kind of like what we're doing now, huh? And she was like, you're going to call this a date? He was like, yeah, and everything. Can I get you? And then the dude drops the bombshell. He's like, I am in a relationship or I am married or whatever, but we have opened it up. And Vanya was like, no. If that's what you want to do, that's fine, but you ain't going to be doing it with me. The dude asked her for a number, and she was like, no number. No number. Yeah, we ain't doing that. Sorry. And he's like, it's okay, blah, blah, blah. And then they left, and he left. That, like I said, that was produced. That was produced. And like I said, it's very rare when I pull that card and everything, but that was clearly produced. That was clearly produced. And I know, like, people always says, oh, the show's produced and this and that. Yes, it is, in certain scenes like that. And there's going to be, since Vanya and Bojo broke up early, I think, judging by the preview, she's going to find like a replacement to keep filming during her time. It kind of reminded me of that Stephanie and Ryan thing way back in season 8 of 90 Day Fiancé, when like Stephanie was supposed to be with Ryan, and then they got into a big fight in the middle of the trip, and she called the cousin Harris and she said in an interview she only called Harris just to fill in for the rest of filming. So I guess she's going to meet a guy next week that she's going to go out with just to fill in for Bojo for the rest of the season that she's there. So that's whatever. I do know 100% that Pillow Talk is produced. At first I didn't think it was. But there was a couple things. One, in an interview, when Cynthia from Cynthia Molly that used to do Pillow Talk, she said that was very produced. They weren't allowed to say certain things or talk about online things and whatever, and they had to be a little bit nicer than what they were getting online. And secondly, last season on Happily Ever After, I was watching a Pillow Talk episode, and right before the tell-all, Kenny and Armando were like texting the other Pillow Talkers that were in the episode, and somebody had texted Armando, and then he was looking at the camera and then pulled out his phone. Oh, look, I get a message from Veronica or something. We're doing taco pasta. That was clearly produced. Because how did he know like that quick? That was Veronica or whoever talked to him. So I do know 100% Pillow Talk is produced. So I'm just saying. So, but to Vanya, that scene with that guy just randomly coming up to her, really produced. Just saying. So that was Vanya. And the last couple we want to talk is Disgusting Lauren and Faith. So Lauren and Faith, it starts out the episode. Lauren goes to the clinic, and he gets retested for his gonorrhea or whatever. He gets his results back. I guess he couldn't read it, and so he had Faith read it, and Faith said that you are clear. So finally that's done. Finally that's done. And the first thing, and surprising, I was kind of surprised that Faith said this, but she's like, now we can get it on. I was like, no, Faith, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So he's free from that, which is good. Then they decide to go out to like a drag queen show, like in the Philippines and stuff and everything. And they meet up with all of Faith's friends, and they go to a drag queen show and everything. And they meet up with the friends. The friends are a little still irritated with him about that whole cheating thing before he came to the Philippines and stuff and everything. Like, how do I trust you? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, I like Faith, and Faith is like, this is my boyfriend and everything. And Lauren is like, this is my girl and everything. Oh, he called you a girl. Okay. And everything. So they watched the drag show and everything, and then Lauren's like into it, like tipping and kind of acting like he had a strip club or something. And it was fun at first, and then the friends are still questioning Faith about why are you with them and stuff, and she was kind of getting annoyed at it. So she decided to told Lauren it's time to go home, and Lauren's like, you ready? Okay, let's go. Apparently, as 10 minutes later after they said there was time to go, cameras broke for a couple minutes, and then we see nothing on the screen. Now, when you see stuff on the screen, something goes down, and it's never usually good. So apparently, the friends caught Lauren flirting with another one of them drag queen people. While he was waiting on Faith's car or Faith's ride, or Faith was trying to get the ride, and he was far away from her, and then he started talking to the drag people and like flirting with them. And the friends like saw that and told Faith, and she's like, are you serious? So Lauren and Faith get in the car, and she called him out about it, and he's just like, "Oh, well, you're supposed to do that here. I did flirt, yes, but you're supposed to do that here. They're a drag. This is their job or whatever." And Lauren's just like, stop. I don't even want to talk to you. Just stop. And everything. Faith was pissed and everything. Like she just gave him the boyfriend status, and now he gonna do this now. When I first saw the previews of this, I thought maybe the friends were maybe overreacting a little bit just because they don't like him. And I was actually on the verge about to defend Lauren. But he kind of admitted it, that he did, but he was just doing their job. But, he has like that's kind of like his fetish. He likes like the drag people, like, the trans girls and stuff and everything. So, it's just like him being a wandering eye person that's really going to irritate Faith. So I don't blame Faith one bit for getting mad like that. So it is what it is. It was just ridiculous. So yeah, but yeah, guys, that was basically it. We didn't see Sunny and Vea, and of course, like I said, Renee and Chidi are done. I'm really surprised Niles is going to get married to Matilda. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Niles and Matilda are still my favorite couple. I'm glad. Oh yeah, we also didn't see Brian and Ingrid either, so that was a real surprise. But I was cool with that and everything. So So yeah, that was just that. But anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. I'll be back on tomorrow to recap the first episode of the upcoming cringy season 2 premiere of 90 Day The Last Resort. I'm not looking forward to that one. Like I said, those recaps are only going to come in spurts because I'm not really feeling like I said, I'll watch them all, but just coming to recap, like I said, I'm only going to recap when I'll recap the first episode. I'll recap when Jasmine tries to fight Natalie, when Gino tries to fight whoever he's fighting, and all the cheating scandals. Like apparently previews of, I guess, Benny's been cheating on Ari, but I'm telling y'all, they're going to be the Kalani and the Swallow this season because Ari's saying that he cheated. He's saying he didn't, but I bet you Ari has a side piece that's going to be revealed. I bet you. I don't know why I keep thinking that. It's just I just remember Ari don't bringing flaunting her ex around him and stuff. I don't think it's the ex. I think it's going to be somebody else. But I'm telling you, you guys, mark my word. I hope I'm wrong. I do know there's some cheating allegations going on with Brandon and Julia, and then, Rob and Sophie, they're going to have their similar problems. Gina and Jasmine, just their stupid problems. I do not know what's going on with Stacy and Florian. Florian's just lazy and everything. So and then of course, Goofy Natalie. So let's keep saying, like, I'm looking forward to the premiere and everything, but yeah, it's just gonna be a cringe-worthy season. But we'll talk more about it tomorrow. But anyway, guys, that's in my review. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see y'all again tomorrow. Bye, y'all.